social media guidelines that Disney wanted, and that was probably most likely in her contract. But I honestly, did anyone look at Mandalorian season 3 and say, "Oh no, where's Cara Dune"?
Nope.
No, nobody did. Nobody did.
Bro, she died, bro.
So I know there's a lot of people that are just more fans of Gina than they are of Star Wars. I think, I don't think it divided anyone. I mean, I think people that that say they don't want politics that actually like politics are obsessed with Gina. It was my, let's be real. No one loved Gina Carano like they do now, until she was canceled. They weren't mega fans like they are now of her.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, she's not got the acting skill of a piece of cardboard.
I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying.
I'll make fun of her.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying that there was no Gina Carano mega fans until she's like, I'm not being silent on Twitter. Then she got mega fans,
You're absolutely correct.
I'm sorry. They weren't there. They weren't there.
I'm still laughing at Anthony going, what? That caught me off guard.
But divided the fandom? No, I don't think so.
No, The Last Jedi.
I mean, there were people who were angry, and people who liked the character, but
I do think the person asking this question was being genuine, because some people are so wrapped up in this SJW, anti-SJW thing that they really believe. But I really don't think, if you get past the bubble of everyone, it's like, I was canceled all the time. Listen, I have a job. My job doesn't want me acting super crazy on the internet, or
What did Coach and Nick think of the question?
Well, they weren't. Well, you'll get to see it. I think they say after. Okay.
No, because anyone with common sense doesn't support those kind of views.
Anyone with common sense doesn't support those kind of views.
What views is that?
She's about to say them. Here we go.
Yeah.
At least in the real world, outside of the trolls on the internet.
In the real world, outside of the trolls on the internet. So in the real world, people
don't have backwards anti-Semitic, anti-trans views.
Backwards anti-Semitic,
Now, they're offended because they said she had some anti-Semitic views, which I actually think is incorrect. I think she had some ignorant comments that minimalized.
One of her tweets was comparing like Nazi,
It was
things.
a tweet. It was an Instagram.
It's not like she's anti-Semitic, but she did kind of minimalize the plight that they went through, comparing to something that she feels like she's going through.
Yeah, you can't compare anything a modern day person's going through on social media to Nazi Germany. There's no comparison.
Yeah, but the saying she's anti-Semitic, I think that's a stretch.
No, she's just stupid.
Ignorant.
She's just ignorant. She's ignorant for saying what she said.
Yeah. Now the anti-trans situation.
That's also.
I think she was trolling, and then I've gone on record with saying this. Anyone that actually thinks, and I saw Gina Carano's video with Ben Shapiro saying that she felt bullied to give her pronouns, and that's why she went to beep bop boop. This is the person that had her whole, career up and said, all we want you to do is apologize and say exactly what you want you to say, and she wouldn't do it. I don't think this woman does anything she doesn't want to do. So for us to try to believe that she felt pressure to say a pronoun in her bio and not beep bop boop was a troll, I don't believe that.
I think she was trolling.
Yeah. So, but this is the same woman that is a very strong woman that will say, you know what? I'm not going to say the apology you want me to say. I'm going to say it my way. But and then you're supposed to keep that same energy with this woman that she does, and she believes it. I'm not faulting her for standing up for her beliefs. She thought that was against what she felt comfortable with doing. So she risked her whole career with that, and she wouldn't give in to that bully of Disney, but she's going to give in to people and said, I felt like I had to put a bio there, and that's why I did it. I think we're also being ridiculous to believe that.
Yeah,
and that was the narrative she was running with, right?
Well, how about the part where she says she found out she got fired through Twitter? That that possibly never happened.
They said that they wanted her to talk with some trans people, and she framed it like it was this big huge thing that was very inappropriate for employer to basically sensitivity training is what they wanted her to go through.
No, she also had a conversation with Pedro because I think his brother or his sister is trans.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
His family member who's trans. So she had a conversation with according to her, she had a conversation with Pedro, and she said, "Oh, now I understand. But then she went.
So that I said this was a hot topic. Does anyone else want to weigh in?
Well, my only thing is, it's Coach and Nick. I get where they're coming from because what Star Wars Meg is saying is a big blanket statement over half the people that are really just pissed that Luke Skywalker wasn't an epic Jedi in The Last Jedi, like, destroying like AT-ATs with his hand, like I get it, where they're coming from. But at the same time, some of their fan base are some of these toxic people too, that are exactly being described by Star Wars Meg.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to cover this or not. I was like, should I? But I was like, it's an interesting conversation. I don't know if you don't want to comment on it, that's fine too. Blue Jay.
I don't know what Caden. I was gone, so I didn't know what she said.
Good job, Caden. Good job. Good job. All right. Well, let's to be fair, let's get the Coach and Nick's response here.
Trans views. Gina Carano is none of that.
None of it. She never said anything anti-Semitic or anti-trans. That is a left-wing propaganda pushing narrative that was pushed out there to go after her because she's a concern.
It wasn't. See here now, she's a victim, is what Nick is doing because she's also played into the victimhood. But they're saying that they're using that just to go after her just because of her politics. No, people were genuinely offended.
Yeah, there were people that were genuinely offended. I think that maybe their perspective on it is being skewed because they see things a certain way. Mm-hmm. But I think, I think she definitely, and again,
I've worked
for Disney, and I've signed a social media contract every new show that I work on.
This would be a great thing. I don't know if you have info on this now, Sean, but how common is it for nowadays to have a social media contract, or
not only having a social media contract, but we are not encouraged, but I just finished another TV show where, we had a section, an email, which was a sensitivity training for trans people, but it was optional. You could click on it and answer the questions or not answer the questions, meaning like, do you go by pronouns? And all of it is because they just don't want anyone to get upset or something on set. They're just trying to make sure everybody's happy. And I think every show that I've ever worked on since social media has come in, you always sign the responsibility clause at the bottom of the contract.
So it doesn't really even matter your politics, it's the contract that your employer wanted.
Yes, they're asking you to, hey, like, don't be stupid, don't throw firebombs online because it reflects back on the company. And that is really why they gave her a long leash to on social media, but they kept saying, all right, you got to pull it back a little bit. And then finally she was like, you know what, I'm not.
Let's not play naive also that before it all came out, she was also collaborating and not guilt by association with the Geeks and Gamers and Nerd Products.
She was, absolutely. So her and Drunk 3PO hanging out and stuff. I mean, they're all they're firebomb throwers,
I mean, that's also, like, I mean, we don't want to do guilt by association, none of us here, but that's not a good look. It's like,
no, it's not
that. But we also have the social media like strategists come to Gina and like come to Gina's house or whatever, and like Gina basically like kind of like offended her. It's just like, can you please take off your glasses and can you please do this and this and this, and like it was like, I'm here to help you. You're like, and you're offending me, like.
Yeah, I mean, look, the bottom line with Gina is, she broke the contract, and they gave her a long leash, and she kept posting and she kept doing things. And again, being associated,
Pedro Pascal might have been told to stop, and he might have stopped.
But if you look at Geeks and Gamers, the trashing that they've done, whether some of it's justified or not, some of it is with the writing of Last Jedi.
Listen, regardless of who you are, if you want a history in Hollywood, do not cozy up with geeks.
You do not cozy up with geeks and gamers, and they, you know, and in some respects, I've talked to a lot of people on the upper levels in the film industry. They don't care about YouTubers. But then there are some people that are like, well, you shouldn't really hang out with those guys, you know, or you shouldn't. And then she's popping up in videos with them and stuff, not just popping up in videos. She's at like Drunk 3PO's house, or he's with her. And it's like, not good looks, man. Not good looks at all.
It's not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially when you represent a company.
I mean,
like even if you don't think you're the face.
I mean, we can't be naive that these people. It's not just like a take or two. Like even John Campy or someone has a hot take on Disney, but these people every single day they go after them every single day.
I mean, look at like with Zack Snyder. When he went to their stream.
Yeah, he didn't want to be associated with them.
No, he said he don't want to be associated.
He probably knew.
And then he says, "I don't want." And then also
And you know what? That I said at that time, I'm like, this might have been it. That could have been a big factor in the toxic fandom situation. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's not now. It's still going.
No. With them, they're like, nah, we're not going to continue this anymore. Look at part of your fandom.
Oh.
That was a big event with online when that happened, and there was a lot of people talking about it. And
oh, it was huge when Zack Snyder called them out to their face. That was huge.
And then didn't like Ethan Van Sciver do like a whole stream about it, and like
all
even
of them
they
did
a stream about it after, like they
Jeremy did like a 4-hour stream and deleted the stream the next day.
Yeah,
right. And
well, they weren't against her, but they didn't support her until they found out she was a right. They're more of a fan of her politics than her abilities.
I mean, look, in the end, Disney could have gotten rid of Gina because she would never leave the craft service table.
Oh, bad! Cancel Sean.
She's never met a ham sandwich she didn't like.
Oh no, no.
I'm just saying. They could.
I literally just got back and saw her saying some. She's saying shit like this. I'm like, what the?
They could barely get her in that outfit last season. She
says she's thick.
Listen,
thick lady. She's a thick. Mama.
That's beautiful. That's beauty to me. So I have no problem there.
Guys, I literally just came back, sit down in the chair, put my headphones in, hearing Sean saying shit like this. What the fuck?
Right? Yeah.
All right, well, let's.
I worked on a show with her. She tried taking food off my plate. When I'm kidding.
No, she didn't.
You
stop it.
Lies.
Yeah. The one thing about Gina, I gotta say, it reminds me of how some sort of athletes cannot. I think like the spotlight was too hot for her. I don't think she was ready for big time Hollywood.
Well, it's not just that her acting has always been like cardboard.
Well, it's not just like it's just not acting. Yeah, she's not good.
You can put a cardboard cutout of cartoon and it'll be the same scene.
Right, but I'm talking about like the spotlight. I think she wasn't ready for this. She was never ready for the spotlight. I remember she was like a big UFC fighter, and she quit right away when she got popular. And one loss, and she quit because the spotlight was going too hot for her. So I think.
Wasn't she on American Gladiators too?
Well, yeah. See, a lot of athletes transition to I mean, look at who's the other one that's in WWE.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. Yeah, they tap out on and they take one too many blows to the face and they're like, oh, I better fix this, and then they try acting, and then look what happened. I mean, not Gina Carano, but the other
Ronda
one,
Rousey.
She wasn't.
Fast and Furious.
She was in Fast and Furious, but she was also in the Expendables 3, and it's just she's not very good, and it just didn't.
Well, okay. I would say, as someone who do watch
isn't like Becky Lynch also transitioned acting as well?
So, but Ronda got when she gets to the WWE, she was really good. I gotta say, her first year was really, I thought it was really well done. And yes, her promos were like, if you see her acting,
but no, she has done extremely well in wrestling, but that's not a high bar for acting.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's just not,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, let's see what the
What's
Nick
Coach and Nick
did.
say?
I do still like them.
I absolutely think
yeah.
these guys are great.
Conservative. You know, the left always talks about how they're so what's the word I'm looking for?
Accepting
Mhm.
might be the
Accepting.
word.
yeah,
What's the word I'm looking for? Crap, I'm drawing a blank.
What Gina's not of accepting.
I have no idea, bro.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
I can't help you on this one.
accepting.
Oh, that was
Where-
a tough one.
tolerant. Yeah, Ron W. Tolerant.
Tolerant.
The left's always always talking about tolerance and how trans.
Oh, here's
people-
drunk.
Dumbassery.
Oh, look
What
at
is-
drunk.
I'm
He's
looking.
drunk.
I'm watching.
Listen, I love drunk 3PO, but drunk 3. You know how they're
Yeah.
against cancel culture? He tried to get me canceled. He
Yeah,
added YouTube on
Damn.
me.
He's a
Well,
doorknob.
You know why? You know why?
oh, I know.
I when Gina Carano had that stuff, because they do some horrible thumbnails on Brie Larson, and basically Gina Carano is
Brie
the
Larson?
right-leaning individuals, Brie Larson, right?
Well,
So
you know,
I said, let me do something to Gina to get people triggered. So I put a Hitler mustache on her.
Oh, baby.
see, I'm telling you.
But
they're just a bunch of.
I was always gonna remove it, and that triggered. I said, "See, you don't like it when it's your team." I said, "You don't like it." That was the whole point
but
of it.
drunk 3PO has a thing for her if they haven't hooked up, whatever. I don't
I was
know.
like, what the
but
fuck's up with that shit?
It's definitely one of these with
But-
him and her. So
Hey,
Dumbassery.
more power to them. But I
you
triggered
need
the-
power to break through that.
that was
thing.
the most triggering
What the
video.
hell, man?
Triggering video I ever did, and I always intended to change the thumbnail. And man, I got people saying, "I'm unsubscribing from you. How dare you?" And I'm like, "Well, it's okay when it's Brie Larson. Like, you
Make
know,
Do you
sure
still
this
have
is
that
an
image,
entire.
Max?
you put
This
devil
needs to be an
horns on.
entire segment.
Yeah, you put
released.
devil horns on, and then he at Twitter he added Team YouTube saying, "You allow this filth." I'm like, "That's very SJW of you."
Do you still have that
Okay.
image, Max, saved?
No, because I changed the thumbnail.
You should have kept it.
So,
I
but
should've
that's
kept it.
that's
I
the
would've kept
truth.
it.
That's the truth. And I did it one more time. I put it on. I also put the stash on
Gary, right?
Nerdrotic. Yeah, one more time, and that was when me and a friend had a falling out. That's a fan of Nerdrotic. And I
So
just
it's
did the
okay.
trick.
Oh, so it's okay. So
Right.
it's okay
said-
for
I
Brie
said you-
Larson.
I
to
say
do-
you guys put devil horns or screaming, all kinds of stuff. But when it's your
because it
team,
happens. What happens to them?
No.
They get pissy and all
No,
that
They
kind
can
of shit.
dish it out. They just can't
The
take it.
whole
That's the bottom
point
line.
was to show the hypocrisy. I don't want to constantly put mustaches. It looked silly. Just putting a mustache on Gina. How dare you? I actually had phone calls behind the scenes about that. Phone calls behind the scenes. Yes, about that one.
There's no point of being friendly
said-
with people on the Fandom Menace. It's just a bunch of hypocritical douchebags and all that stuff.
But
Well,
look how mad drunk is right here. He's the one. He's like, look how pissed he is.
Yeah, he's upset. Yeah. Oh, because someone told you to F off. The stuff they say is ridiculous. But what does Coach and Nick say? I want to hear, how do they finish this up?
And
Dumbassery.
homo gay people and all these
Send it,
people
Jay.
should be, tolerant. Yeah, everybody should be tolerant of their stuff, and little kids who want to who say that they're really a lion or a cat, and they have to have a
Oh, he's
kitty
bringing
litter
up-
box in the
No,
car.
that
That's been debunked.
That shit. Come
That's
on.
been debunked.
Oh, Nick, I love you, bro, but don't listen to everything you
shit,
hear on the
bro.
internet.
You're friends with him?
There's no. Yes, he's still my friend.
Guys, that
People listen-
rumor
Yes.
about the kitty litter box was
No,
started by Joe Rogan, and he actually
Yes.
came clean and said he made it up.
Yes, but you see how bullshit spreads.
Yeah, he made
there's
it
no,
up. Oh my
there's no
God.
school where the teacher's gonna let you go in a litter box.
It's all yeah, and the fact that he ate that up is a little disappointing because that's okay.
I didn't watch. No, he watched that. I didn't watch that much.
Is it appear though? Like, remember, you know what's going on with the gas stove?
The what?
Sean, the gas stove. Was going. Okay, so there's a study. Someone put a study. I'll make it simple. Someone put a study that gas stove is pretty dangerous. It'll give kids asthma,
Yeah,
you heard about that, right?
Yeah.
So and now you're seeing all the right wingers like they're gonna take the gas stove out of my cold dead hands, right? Over exaggerating, thinking that the government that Biden's gonna
Well, if there's actually science behind it, that's something to
yes, there is
investigate.
actual science.
Lots of kids have asthma.
Yeah, but a lot of these people don't believe in science. That's the problem.
But the
I don't want to. I do want to be careful though, because we do have right winger viewers too. It's not all. We don't want to make blanket statements to just say right wingers, but some people online, I personally, science. I think science saves lives. Not all the time, and I don't think it's 100%. Nothing's 100%.
Well, it's like it was a critical study. It was a critical study about how gas stove is not really good for you, and
I'm going to DM Nick after this. I can't wait to talk to him about this because I didn't watch this much of it. I only saw
Can we watch a little bit more and see what these?
You guys do that. I'm gonna head out. I need to go and
I need to bounce.
I'm staying here.
You guys stay here. I need to get my brain to heal. I need to go watch some. I'll watch some cartoons or play a video game, whatever. I'll take a shower or whatever. This is your. I'm out, man.
Thank you, Blue Jay, for the box office game. And Blue Jay, would you rather watch this or bounce? Would you rather
bounce?
I know.
Come on. All right. Hey, take care, y'all. I hope you guys have functioning brains the next day.
Yes,
we will.
We'll try. Little movie perp. What do you think of this?
I just got here. I'm listening to it.
Do you use a litter box?
Well, I have to, right? I'm a raptor. I don't just use the toilet. But I agree with you. People should. I trust science. You study dinosaurs in science, so obviously I'm all about that.
Find a way.
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's see what else. Nick, I love you, Nick. I love you, Coach. I can't wait to talk.
What is Jason gonna say? He's gonna stay quiet or what?
What, Jason? Oh, he says something too they don't like. Yeah.
All right. Let's hear.
Classroom. You should be tolerant to that. But as soon as you bring up anything Christian or religious or anything like that, the tolerance ends. If somebody has a different opinion that doesn't align with yours, the tolerance ends.
Okay, there's a lot of Christians out there. I think Christians are doing fine.
Yeah, I think they are too.
Isn't Biden a Christian?
Yeah.
No, he's like Roman Catholic.
He's Roman Catholic. That's still Christian.
Yeah, I don't think they're as ostracized as everyone thinks.
Yeah.
Well, they're complete hypocrites. And I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I believe Meg is a hypocrite in that aspect. It's not an attack on Meg. It's an opinion by me. I think what she said is despicable and not true at all. And
it's hyperbolic.
I think she's a sheep to the left-wing narrative and does not do enough research on her own to find.
I would just say that I don't like blanket statements on either side, whether you're Democrat or because it just really not everybody believes the stuff that is spouted out. So where I would agree with Nick is not really some of the other stuff that he said, but that Star Wars Meg probably shouldn't have blanket statement. Everyone that didn't like the Last Jedi or breaking Star Wars fans in half. I mean, there were people that.
To be fair, though, it's not. We don't want to do blanket statement, but there are a lot of trolls online that are more into politics than they are into Star Wars, but they co-op it.
Right, they co-op it. Absolutely.
Like I actually think Nick and Coach are really big Star Wars fans.
They are. They're super.
But I doubt sometimes some of the other people covering Disney Star Wars that are bad, that are constantly attack it.
Yeah. No, these guys are good guys.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with their politics or not, they're good. Yeah. They're genuine. Their hearts are in Star Wars 100%. So.
Yeah. And they do actually represent with a lot of people. I think a lot of people were offended by Meg at this. There's a reason it reached their channel.
Yeah.
Find out what the truth is. Again, like I said, I want to know what the truth is. I don't care if it aligns with what I want or what I believe. I just care about what's the truth. What is the truth? I'm not, gonna take everything that Fox News or
include Fox in there
or any other right-leaning news agency or whatever has to say. Like, I just want to know what the truth is.
Litterbugs.
And I think
The truth is
people that think that-
when Gina Carano orders from Subway, she gets double meat.
Oh,
That's the truth.
What's wrong? That's
Damn.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The
I digress.
Thoughts and commentary. Of
She
Sean
says the
O'Rourke
Carano special,
does not
please.
necessarily
Double
represent
meat.
MMA, but he is part of Team MMA. Okay, here we go.
Said about Gina Carano fail to do their own research, and fail to be tolerant themselves.
I do think he's right on some part there. I think people just accepted that about Gina and didn't actually go into the whole context. But it's not great context either, though. It's not, like the whole, I do think that people are just like believed everything about her. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, we ain't pulling no punches tonight. And the other dude looks like the brawny man. All right.
Oh, Drunk was in the DMs. Look at that.
Jay, thank you for sending this. So
Wait,
he
wait,
sent
wait,
this
wait.
clip. Drunk 3PO, everybody. Just send us this
What's up,
clip.
Jay?
I didn't see this at all.
It's Semitic Gina Carano movies now. That's my plan now. For how about you,
With
Meg? You wanna join me?
self-loathing Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that'd be a
Most
good time.
disgusting human being on the internet.
You know, he
Look
just
at
has to-
Star Wars Santa's like, I like Star Wars Santa.
Wait, does she has the
Star Wars
same
Santa's a little uncomfortable.
avatar as Let Her Move Apart? Like she's using the same software? Like they're both talking.
Wait, what was that, Anthony?
Are they using the same app as she using the same app as Movie Little Park?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Star Wars Meg?
Yeah.
No, hers is just a still. I don't think she's moving, is she?
Yeah, she's moving.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Questions,
Yeah,
man.
Oh, she
Yeah,
is.
like-
Yeah, just
I didn't even notice. I was listening to her.
Yeah,
first.
she's moving.
Really? Wow.
This is the sick mind of the conservative, just always moving the goalpost.
Oh, that. Oh,
Damn.
that.
That's
man,
damn.
Now I know
gonna
why
hurt.
Drunk's mad. Now I know why Drunk.
That's
She goes
gonna hurt.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But the radicalized ones are. Yeah.
Oh, look, Justin's popping in here. Yeah, we get
Hey,
his
Justin.
take. Let's get his take on this.
Oh, hi. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Your timing is impeccable, Justin.
Just loving on some Gina Carano.
This is a hot take. This is Justin's like, what did I walk into?
What happened?
Well, people, this is about Gina Carano.
Okay.
So, someone asked on Star Wars Santa show if what happened with Gina Carano's firing divided the Star Wars fan base. And part of the guest of Star Wars Santa, Jason Ward and Star Wars Meg, made a lot of blanket statements against conservative thinking people, and a lot of people were offended by this. And Coach and Nick, who are friends of the channel, were covering it. So is Star Wars Santa. Star Wars Santa is a friend of the channel as well. So we were discussing it. It was a hot topic, and we're getting to this part where Meg goes a little bit overboard, I believe, as well. I think she goes a little too extreme. Making
Well, I think of all the blanket statements she's been making is just too extreme.
Yeah.
In general.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Did they say that was fuck off? Fuck right
No.
off. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, you're with Star Wars Santa, Meg. Listen, I would reach out to Star Wars Meg, but you're with Star Wars Santa. That's not really cool to do on his channel.
Who is this guy?
Star Wars Santa? He's been doing Star Wars YouTube as long as Nick and Coach. And then Jason Ward is from Making Star Wars.
I know Jason.
Yeah, I know people. He's controversial.
I don't know. I just view a lot of them as just like, I don't take any of them seriously. Like I really don't. I'm so over getting mad about it because it's such a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree that it wasn't Gina Carano's firing that split the Star Wars fan base. If anything, it was The Last Jedi, whether you liked it or not. It's just that's where things just went south, and it was more of how they treated Luke Skywalker. I just don't buy that the fandom was split because of Gina Carano. I think it was fuel on the fire, but I don't think it split the fandom.
Definitely, that's definitely not what split people, because I feel like even people who liked the sequel trilogy were also on Gina Carano's side. But then there were also people who, loved the or hated the sequels, but yet they thought Gina getting fired was fine, which I find weird. But
I'm not happy about it, but I believe
No.
she violated the contract that the employer wanted.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
And it was during.
It's just the slippery
COVID.
slope, because if you're going to fire her, you got to fire a lot more people.
That's
You
fair.
know?
Why?
That's fair.
So it's best not to
If
do that at all.
I mean, I don't want anyone to get fired. But
I still
right.
have a hard time believing it was just tweets, because the tweets themselves, like, she was not for like taking the vaccine. She was not for getting a mask. They were trying to get Mandalorian going.
That you shouldn't be fired for, even though
but this was in the height of the pandemic. No one knows what's going on. If you can imagine Disney getting calls from managers, agents, everyone, hey, is this lady going to be wearing a mask if we're on set? All this stuff from actors, everything. Like, it just creates chaos.
Guys, you have no idea
single-handedly
on set
creating
how bad
like,
all the COVID protocols are.
Yes.
It's insane.
We all saw how serious Tom Cruise treated COVID, to the point that he's yelling at people close together at a monitor. It was a serious deal. I dare you to question Tom Cruise's commitment to entertainment.
Sherry,
Gina had to go.
Letitia Wright from Black Panther 2. There was like word that she was anti-vax and might.
That's not true. They debunked that.
Well, I mean, she did. She eventually got the vax.
Marvel debunked that.
But they didn't say that was the
She was
reason.
just
She was
questioning.
like,
It was just
it was
yeah. It
because
was
of her social media
it's a
activity.
completely different situation.
And again,
rather than
I'll
like
reiterate, guys, when I've worked for Disney, you sign a contract and there is absolutely a whole separate page on social media conduct, and we all sign it. I don't give a shit if you're a top of the tier actor or you're, in craft service. We all sign the damn thing. She knew better. She broke it. They gave her a long leash. And she just kept going, and they finally were like, "We're done." But remember, she had her own series. They were giving her own series.
But people think that
now that's turning into
left-leaning individuals in Hollywood get away with a lot. The right do not.
Yeah, that's
the argument.
That's it's the I think it's the hypocrisy that it really made people upset.
Well, Pedro Pascal had one instance though.
But
we honestly don't know if he was told behind the scenes stop doing that or not. We don't know.
I don't know.
He did stop either way.
Yeah.
Right, but that's also your lead, in The Mandalorian. I don't think it should matter, but
true. That's an excellent point, Justin. Right.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. It's just, are the rules being implemented fairly? And
great question. And to that question, Justin, I would say, I think it doesn't even have to do with politics. I do think it's more with relevancy to the project, like how important you are to the project. The more you get away with, and that's not good either.
But in the end, Gina was going to have her own show, and she blew it. How do you do that?
Like I said, I think.
And now another character
creating chaos on set. If she's not going to wear a mask, like that already, like how many actors wanted to go on set wouldn't work with her because of that? Just that alone.
That's so interesting that you guys think that is the theory.
I don't think that's why she got it.
No, it wasn't about the mask. It was about the anti-Semitism, whether you thought it was anti-Semitic or not. You can't compare anything to Nazis. Like, you being told you can't talk on Twitter is nothing. You cannot compare that to Nazis. Crazy. It's stupid. That's the dumbest thing. And especially and ordering your Subway sandwich with double meat. Gina has got to stop.
Wait, what's wrong with
I mean, like, I just looked up Disney's like
that's the best part.
No,
I just looked up Disney's social responsibility, and they are like want to be like open to everyone, like as in like everything. So that's against that. Like anyone that's spreading hate or bigotry against that, they're obviously going to be like,
even
hey,
implied,
we're gonna have to let you go. Even if it's not intentional, even if it's like even like it's not intentional, or like they're still gonna be like, we're gonna have to let you go because you're against our statements of social responsibility.
And Cade, I find it very interesting that Gina Carano rags on Star Wars and Lucasfilm and Disney and all this kind of stuff, but yet every time she goes to a con, there's a big picture of her of Laura Dune behind her. you know, to
Laura,
sign
dude,
autographs
Laura,
for and make money. So it's
Right.
like
I
you
wish
know,
I wish I bought a Cara Dune
It's the same.
figure.
It's like
I have a poster with her on it.
it's the
I
same
do.
thing as
how
as
big is
another
the
actor
poster?
who.
Oh, come on. They're all on it.
Oh.
Mando's on it. Listen, Sean, now me and
What?
you got a problem because, you know, they ain't nothing wrong with Gina.
How about you
anytime
rip her
that-
character out of the poster?
Listen, the
I'm
only
just kidding.
issue I have with Gina right now is her, you know, her lame social media activity.
Understood.
But I'm okay with everything that's going on with her.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
get canceled for fat shaming, is what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna get if you are gonna get canceled for that, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed.
What the heck? Wait. I just
Why?
noticed,
What did
I
you
noticed
do?
the couch.
Oh.
I noticed the what the hell?
What?
What?
Couch.
What's wrong?
Those 2 plush toys on the couch.
We don't
What's
know what
wrong?
you're talking about.
Leave the Bob Rosses out
Oh
of it.
God!
Leave the Bob
Again with
Rosses
the
out
Bob
of it.
Rosses.
What in the God's name?
Leave them
you
alone.
It's not a
bastard?
good look. It's not a good
It
look.
is.
That's not a
Look,
good look.
guys, it's a lot more innocent than you think. It's just
Right.
it's just Bob Ross painting himself. There's nothing wrong with
Exactly.
it.
Guys. Like
Bro,
y'all are
he's
acting
just
like as if it's like some other
she's
thing.
eating
and-
it. Yeah.
Do you like that, Sean? That's a good joke.
Painting.
I've heard that joke so many times. You finally got it. You got it. Finally got
John,
it.
I'm pretty sure I told you that joke before. Have you not noticed it?
I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up.
Oh my God.
Happy
Man, that-
trees. Happy
That's.
trees.
I didn't think the usual joke was gonna catch on. So I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah,
Oh.
go. Yeah, Christ.
All right. Well,
You're
let's
laughing at a bad time, Blue Jay.
let's watch what else Nick Coach in they are friends of the channel, and I'm gonna post this.
Yeah, and no more.
Always moving the
more
goalposts.
Bob
Oh, it's
Ross
not.
painting.
It's not racist. It's just asking questions.
Let's
Yeah,
ask
they
some
know what they're doing.
The tolerant left right there.
They're done.
Yeah. So
That
wow.
those comments are disgusting to me. Like if I was in Meg's shoes, I would be ashamed that my brain was wired that way. That I didn't have the what's the word I'm looking for? The fortitude to go out and do my own research and educate myself on certain topics or certain things.
Like you should have done about the kitty litter kid box.
I don't think I don't think fortitude
place.
was the I don't think fortitude was the right word he was looking for. But.
But I love you, Nick.
To be honest, I don't even know what they're talking about anymore. Honestly.
No,
To-
look,
to
they
come
they
to a
both have,
certain
they both have
understanding.
valid points, and
Yeah, yeah.
and blanket statements suck.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Or to come to the truth instead of just
Yeah.
I literally felt like I was just watching a CNN panel.
It goes even further because she said about the original person that Philip Hawkins that sent the super chat. She said something to the effect of, "I'm surprised we don't see German
What?
lettering
Okay.
next to your name, Philip Hawkins," which she
Really?
was trying to
Wait,
call
what?
him a Nazi.
That's
I don't-
overboard. That's
yeah, I
overboard.
don't- I don't-
Was that what she said?
I don't know if she did that to the person paying Star Wars Santa. Because let's be real, even though we might disagree on this topic, what Nick and Coach are saying here, and the people that brought this to Nick and Coach's attention, there are people offended by it. But then I would also say, what are you, a snowflake SJW? So you're not hypocritical. I'm like, then you're a hypocrite too, because you're always saying about the snowflakes this shit, but you're extremely offended by this. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word. Are they actually offended?
Yeah, they're
they
really
look
offended. They're
They
really
look
offended. Yeah.
I'm like,
Clutching
I
their
love
pearls,
Nick,
like,
but
oh, how
you're
dare
being a
she?
little bit of a snowflake here. If you really value
Really?
opinion, yes,
Really? Have you
including
met the
drunk,
guy? He's not a
including
snowflake.
No,
But
but you
that-
had
but
you
you're-
had drunk
Why is he
3PO hitting
Yes,
them in the
triggered.
DMs
Yes.
and popping up in their chat, you know, throwing firebombs too, you know.
Yeah, if you really value other people's speech,
Yeah.
Opinions. Why is it only certain speech?
I don't think they're saying that she can't say it.
But
Is
they're
that what they're?
extremely. If this was the opposite, they'd be. They would. Come on, Justin. I guess it's my subjective opinion. I think they're very offended by this right now, and I'll reach out for clarification. But yeah,
I mean, they're
like
probably just like, dude, like that's so stupid. Like, I don't know.
The guy literally said, "If I had the fortitude, I would never ever say." Like he's doing like the whole song and dance. He's offended. It's fine.
This is basically CNN. This is like Don Lemon up in here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone wants to laugh at
white guys. That's Don Lemon to you?
I'm not saying the way he looks. I'm saying the way that he's offended about something. Everyone likes the dog on CNN. I was giving a comparison.
Well,
people say Don Lemon's offended by everything.
He's just being dramatic.
Tucker Carlson's also offended by everything, so you could have used that as well.
Both, yes. Okay.
That's so outplayed.
But and I'm like, Germans don't even like Nazis. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what Germans did? Germans, they took down. It's against the law to have Nazi SWAT stickers, all that kind of stuff. And they take down statues and all that kind of stuff in their country of all that. Yeah, heaven forbid we do that here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. That's a good point. That's
I never thought of it that way before.
Yes,
but
yes.
I'm just saying.
Yep. That's a great point. No,
valid
great point. That's a great way to present it to everyone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but some people don't think it's comparable.
So freaking dumb
for some reason.
I don't even really know what else to say. It like if that was one of my friends or like my daughter or a close family member, like I would be ashamed and embarrassed of those comments. Literally.
Wow.
I agree with you, bro.
Okay, then.
I don't know.
Again, I don't think Meg should be canceled at all. But I think she's just flat out wrong.
But that's okay.
Insane.
Nick is absolutely correct. He doesn't like what she has to say. He doesn't think she should be canceled. He just disagrees. Why can't we do that all around the internet? And see, that's what I like about Nick. So even if sometimes we don't agree about things, he's right. It's like, I don't agree with her politics. I don't agree how she said that and worded that, but she doesn't need to be canceled for it. I think that's absolutely the right take to have. You can be pissed at things that people say that you don't agree with, that don't align with what you're doing.
But this is can I say this is what drives me nuts, that people like go overboard to say like, well, why can't Alex Jones say what he wants to say? But then they get so offended. Like they're so tolerant of Alex Jones. He says way worse stuff than she does. Like this is what
yes.
Yeah,
that's
the water mixed
that's hard.
He's so
That's what's hard. That's what's
what does Alex Jones have to do with this?
Well, because
I don't think they've ever expressed on their streams anything related to Alex Jones.
Not them specifically. No, you're right, Justin. You're being fair. I'm just saying more conservative leaning people on internet, and I don't want to be blanket that tend to like think it's so horrible when Alex Jones is censored, but they're so aggrieved by this. But he says way worse things. It's very. I'm just.
But
confounded.
are they asking them to have them canceled? Is that what you see?
No, I just don't see.
So what's
I see the outrage
comparison.
My point I'm trying to make is the outrage goes one way. We're only outraged and offended by this, but we're super tolerant of some really bad.
Well, and that's the classic.
That's
we're
why
we're all for free speech unless it's something we don't like, and then we don't want you to shut up.
You ever hear that people on the internet say keep that same energy? I'm like, yeah, man, I applaud that, but why? Where is the same energy toward that? Not them specifically. I shouldn't have brought that up specifically for Coach and Nick, and I apologize. But I see other people, and I'm not going to say who. I made a lot of videos on this certain person. I think Justin knows, that is like super upset that specifically that Alex Jones lost his defamation suit against, and this is horrible. This is a horrible day for I just don't get it, And then
I don't get why it's nearly $1 billion, but
I mean, don't you think that this family that lost their family lost their
It's-
children
no,
worth
it's-
of fame? Worth of fame?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
that's not what I'm arguing. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? I'm curious how the judge and the jury had decided.
Oh, he
that
hides
this-
money. That's for sure.
Well, I think he made a fortune off people that were his
Yeah.
viewers that would
He
buy.
says he's broke,
his
but
things.
that's pretty much a lie.
And I think like whenever you get a judgment awarded against you, it's always a percentage of your wealth, and what you profited off of all the, the dead babies is basically how he profited.
But he's notoriously said, "I'm broke. I don't have
also,
it." But I think he has a lot of hidden wealth that no one knows about.
That's the thing I'm curious about, because I'm thinking, like, how much did he actually
the
make?
most money?
Like,
the most money.
A billionaire?
He didn't make the money off the show. He made the money off the supplements he sold on the show, which he everything. Like he said, I'm sponsored by this. He actually owned those companies.
Look,
if you say the world's going to end and we're stuff's going to happen, and then you have our sponsor for the day.
No, I understand how that works.
Yeah.
I'm just baffled.
I think the number that I heard was $4 million a week he would make in sales off vitamins and
that's where he made his fortune. The sales of the supplements,
the vitamins, the survival food,
the doomsday stuff. Yeah.
And when
he
you
owned all those companies,
when you're telling people that there's a dark government and you got to get supplies, for your shelter, and people were doing it. But also remember, like some of these families had to sell their homes and move. They were getting death threats and harassed on a daily basis, and they still are to this day. And these are people that he got them fired up with all his rhetoric, even though he didn't believe any of it. It's just it was a way for him to make money. And so I think, again, we don't know all the details of it, but at the same time, it's like, I think they were trying to send a message that, hey, we're going to hit this guy with the biggest thing to scare everyone else, that you can't make up stuff and cause people's lives to be miserable in a situation where you're claiming it's a false flag.
Well, they defamed
event.
their family. They lost their family member, and he's saying it's false. That's defaming what they've gone through.
Yeah, that's just crazy stuff. It's just crazy. And I think they were sending a message by that judgment. It was a huge message to other people not to do it.